It was a Tuesday morning, just like any other, until my world fell apart. My boss muttered about AI efficiency. All I heard was, "You're fired." I left the office in a daze, the city I loved suddenly cold and unfamiliar. With just $26 in my wallet, I wandered, too ashamed to go home. That night, I slept at East Coast Park, listening to the waves and questioning everything. Days blurred together, shame, fear, and endless walking through food courts, stretching a single cup of copio. At night, park benches became my bed. I learned which ones kept me dry. The hardest part wasn't hunger. It was feeling invisible, obsolete at 45. Every office worker who passed seemed to remind me of what I'd lost. My savings were gone, my family far away, and I was alone in one of the world's most expensive cities. But even in the darkness, a spark of defiance grew. I looked at my reflection, tired, but not broken. I promised myself I wouldn't beg, borrow, or break the law. I'd fight my way back $1 at a time. The city had knocked me down, but I was determined to get back up. I still had my hands, my mind, and my will. I wasn't done yet. Lying on a park bench, I set a mission to earn $500 honestly. No shortcuts, no blaming anyone, not my boss, not the economy. My situation was my responsibility, and so was my comeback. I had $26, my mind, and my 2 feet. That was my starting capital. My first attempts were humbling. Hawker centers, construction sites, even offering to queue for people. Rejection after rejection. Each no stung, but my rule kept me moving. No blaming, just action. I watched the city like a strategist, looking for gaps and inefficiencies. My logistics background kicked in. I stopped trying to sell my labor and started looking for problems to solve. I realized nobody wanted my old skills, but maybe they needed solutions. That shift changed everything. I stopped seeing myself as obsolete and started seeing myself as a resource. The challenge wasn't just about money, it was about proving I still had value. I kept walking, kept thinking, kept trying. Humility replaced my corporate ego. I was ready to try something new. I just needed the right opportunity. My $26 dwindled fast. I survived on bread and water. One day, I hid from a former colleague, ashamed of what I'd become. The loneliness was crushing, the word obsolete echoing in my mind. People sneered, "Uncle, go home. We have drones for this." Each rejection was a cut, but I refused to let their words define me. My rule, no blaming, only action, kept me moving. I channeled anger into determination. They saw an old jobless man. They didn't see my experience or fire. Their blindness became my secret weapon. Hardship burned away my arrogance, leaving only grit. I learned to survive on almost nothing and endure judgment. I stopped looking for a job and started looking for a problem to solve. That shift moved me from weakness to strength. At rock bottom, I finally felt hope. My breakthrough came from watching a struggling bubble tea shop in Toa. The owner was desperate. Great product, no customers, wrong location. I saw the problem. He needed foot traffic. I offered a deal. No salary, just a commission for every customer I brought in. He agreed, and I hit the street with buy one get one free vouchers. I didn't just hand out paper. I sold the excitement, the story. "Best new bubble tea in Toa, special offer today," I shouted. People responded. By day's end, 125 vouchers were redeemed. The owner was stunned. I earned $25, my first real money in weeks. It wasn't much, but it was proof. My ideas had value. That night, I bought myself a proper meal. Chicken rice had never tasted so good. I realized I wasn't obsolete, I just needed to adapt. The city still had problems to solve, and I could help. My confidence returned. I saw opportunity everywhere. I was ready to scale up. The next step was clear. Reach more people faster. I needed to go digital. My journey was just beginning. I had found my way back in. All it took was one clever move. I was back in the game. That first $25 was a spark. The bubble tea owner hired me for the week. I earned over $150. But handing out vouchers was slow. I needed to scale. The answer? Telegram. I created SG Lobang King, a channel for real local deals. I featured small businesses, bubble tea, bakeries, salons, offering exclusive discounts. The channel grew 10, 50, 100 followers. I promoted it everywhere. Word spread. Within 2 weeks, a viral deal pushed us to 5,000 subscribers. Businesses started paying to be featured. I set a flat rate for 24-hour posts. Money came in, $50, then $100 a day. In 30 days, I'd earned enough to rent a room, buy new clothes, and live comfortably. I hadn't just found a job, I'd created my own. My value wasn't obsolete, it was just waiting for a new outlet. I'd built something from nothing. The city that once felt hostile now felt like home again. I was thriving. A month after rock bottom, my life is unrecognizable. I wake up in my own room, not on a bench. I'm my own boss, helping small businesses and running my Telegram channel. My days are mine. No more office politics or fear of redundancy. I'm not rich, but I have security and freedom. My success came from human connection, not algorithms. Empathy, hustle, and creativity proved more powerful than any software. I found opportunity in the gap between tech and real people's struggles. My journey taught me circumstances don't define you, choices do. You can choose to fight, to see opportunity where others see obstacles. True success is resilience and creativity, not a job title. In 2025, most people chase AI, luck, or shortcuts. But the truth is, people still pay for trust, hustle, and real connection. You just have to be smart enough to go where no one else is looking. If my story hit you, like really hit you, click the subscribe button below now. Like this video, if you believe hustle still works. Also, share this with a friend who's one smart idea away from turning everything around. Maybe you and your friend are the next accomplished J.